Alright, we're actually off the beaten path. We drove all the way down here to City of Rocks. And we're just kind of checking things out. I've not been here before. And you can kind of see behind me.
Big rock?
Yeah, big rock.
It's a technical term.
Yep.
Sure.
But it's just kind of this desert area with these massive rocks sticking up in the landscape. Pretty cool. You like see it and you're not sure about it on your way in, but then it gets cray-cray. Cool. Just kind of the view from up here. Pretty cool looking. Kind of reminds me of the Sawtooth, but also not. Yeah, a lot more sporadic. It's just behemoth. Driving tour here a little bit. See out there's giant rock formations everywhere you look. Getting up there. Yeah, we got wildflowers over here on the other side. Cool rock formations on this side. This patch of pretty wildflowers here. Some rocks in the background. Part of a campsite that's back in there. See some of the views you get. Pretty cool area. Got a rock climber.
Oh yeah. Serious rock climber in there.
There's one already up there on top. And one going up the side.
Okay.
Not my cup of tea.
Do you even see any equipment?
No. I'm guessing it's the van with the pop-up camper top thing to it, and they just cruise around and climb rocks.
Okay.
Not uncommon. A campsite
I think
over
I'd rather
here.
jump with a parachute.
Rather do base jumping, yeah. I think I would too. Then you have the people that do both. They climb, they free climb up,
Yeah, that maybe.
and then jump off.
I don't know. There's so many other things I want to do with my life. I'm not sure. Good for them. It's their thing.
Yeah.
Not for me.
then up here in front of us, you can kind of see the more like rock mountains. I wonder how quickly the reservations in here fill up for camping.
It's a pretty cool place.
Yeah.
We do a lot of exploring over here.
So we got skyline goes up there in front of us, the far side there of that rock, and then the Crack of Doom, pretty much right up the middle. And then over here on this other rock, you've got the Scream Cheese. It goes right up the kind of the bulging part. On belay, occasionally you can hear that yell from here, I can imagine. So it must have a rope section to it. Which isn't surprising. Like quite the climbing section, I'm sure. You can see some people, maybe. Not sure you can in this camera, but some people down there in the lower section, maybe getting ready to climb. Awesome. Up here on this rock, keep them waiting, watching the other one defy death, hopefully.
This one has like, I think that one has like carabiners and stuff.
Yeah, well, there's another guy doing a rope on that one for sure. There's a rope.
Yeah.
The other one, I think, I'm not sure if there's a rope or not.
The one with the peach pants, I wasn't sure if they were wearing pants. It didn't seem like they had anything earlier.
Yeah. All right, so I think that was the turnaround. It was a giant puddle. We weren't sure how deep it was, and we're in a little Toyota Camry, so we weren't going to take any risks, unnecessary risks for sure.
Although there would be people that might be able to save us.
Yeah, true. There's a bunch of people there. They probably could have pulled us out if we needed it. But so we're going to head back out. We're going to go check out Castle Rock State Park and check out the visitor center for both Castle Rock State Park and for City of Rocks here. So we'll capture all that here, get some shots on the way out, and yeah, here we go. Yeah, just kind of hanging out there. Seems like there should be a name for it. There probably is. Sweeping shot of the valley here.
Yep, that's where we stopped.
Yep. All the way up there to the top. Still kind of climbing to the top. Almost there.
Yeah, I guess they want to be on the very, very tip top.
Taking their sweet time, which is recommended for sure. It's not something you just like, I'm gonna sprint the rest of this. We'll see what happens. There's our current view. So we're gonna drive right into the big boulder in front of us.
Alright.
The GPS probably would tell us to. Got sunlight here with a cloud covering the backdrop mountains. All right, we're stopped here briefly. Like this was just a really quick trip to come check this out, see what it was all about, get some idea what we're looking at as far as Castle Rock and the City of Rocks goes. Castle Rock is a state park, has several hiking trails around it. City of Rocks is a national reserve, so it's incorporated itself with some of the ranching that happens in the area, and is still used for ranching, but it's a protected area, so it has a lot of camping and things like that, but there's also a lot of work done to preserve the natural beauty and the features of the area. So there's that. But this is Castle Rock State Park, and it's called that because of the formation of these rocks here. I'll talk a little bit about that. But yeah, we're just kind of getting a lay of the land for a plan to come back and do a more thorough, check it out more thoroughly. But right up here, I'm gonna stop and get some pictures and stuff. Right up here is where you can see, it's kind of where the Castle Rock gets its name and everything. So I'm gonna flip you around and let you check this out. So right up there, that's Castle Rock, given the name because it just looks like a big castle out of rock. And this granite was formed, it was pushed up to the surface by a lava flow, and then after, it was 12 billion years ago that happened, and then over that time to today, all the erosion washed away all the other sediment, and the granite remained, and these are the formations that remained. So these are, over the next millions of years, these will become more and more prominent, but pretty cool already. All right, so behind me you can see Castle Rock, the different formations there. Pretty awesome. It's amazing what billions of years can do when maybe each of us is on the earth for, if we're lucky, 100 years. Such a fractional moment in time our existence is in comparison to everything else around us that remains. How shallow our vision, our foresight is. And yet in some cases we are able to do things with an eye looking forward to preserve areas like this, knowing that if not otherwise managed, it could be completely obliterated or turned into something grotesque or worn down. So it's nice to know that, you know, there are people who recognize the natural wonders of the world that we live in and are willing to save them from becoming a tourist hole, while still allowing tourism, but by maintaining the beauty of the natural world that existed long before we even arrived, at least to some degree, but doing so in a way that allows us to enjoy it and recognize it and to make it a part of us. I think it's a valiant life's work, to be sure. Standing here and seeing this beauty it's awe-inspiring. It's awesome in the literal sense of the word, and it's great to be able to take it in and be a part of it. So yeah, glad you could join us on this quick little trip. We will be coming back at a later date. We're not sure when yet and how we're going to make it happen, but we're going to work towards that. And so there will be another adventure dealing primarily with this area, Castle Rock, lots of hikes that you can do here, and then the City of Rocks National Reserve. We're gonna try and make both happen in a trip and take you on some of those adventures with us. So stay tuned for that. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Have a good one. Get out there and enjoy the natural world that we have all around us. Bye. All right, if you're ever curious what an amazing view looks like, let's see if I can show you here. Check this out. That's Castle Rock State Park, right through that valley, those two mountains on the side, the mountains in the back. All that granite just jetting up in the middle of that bowl. That's an awesome view. Yeah, thanks for joining us on this little adventure, and we'll see you again on the next one. Have a good one. Get out there and enjoy some nature, some natural wonders, and we'll see you next time. Bye.